Alrighty, folks, so here we are in the cold, cold heart of Factorio. So I let this all freeze over because I'm going to be pulling it up. So I wasn't worried about it. I got to thinking about it, and what I think I am going to do, well, what I know I'm going to do, I'm going to make more land. I'm going to flatten this out so that I've got a flat edge to work off of. And I want that for a couple of reasons. But the other issue is this was keeping up and it was staying warm, but that's really all it was doing. It wasn't making a whole lot of power or anything else because it's a pretty small setup. I mean, it did get us started. But two problems with it. A, it's making a butt ton of ice, which we need to get rid of, and we don't need it. And B, it's not making nearly enough ammonia. With just the one plant, it's not making squat for ammonia. And we need it for power, and we need it for heat, and we need it for production, and blah, blah, blah. So we're going to take care of that. So I got a couple of things I want to get started on and get done first, and then we're going to concentrate on this. So I want to go here. I've got a couple of ships I want to send around. I have the Berkshire, and it is loaded up with 3 Spidertrons and all the accompanying gear. We're going to send this off to all 3 of the planets, and it's going to drop a Spidertron off on all 3 of the planets so that we've got a Spidertron to work with as far as repairs and things like that. So let's look at the map and decide which route we're going to take, because we're going to try and do this all in one fell swoop. So I think I'm going to go Fulgura, Gleba, Vulcanus, back to Novice. It's all the same distance. It really doesn't matter which one you go first. I think I'm just going to go counterclockwise, though. So we're going to go Fulgura first, and then Gleba, and then Vulcanus. I don't want to say go Vulcanus and then go to Fulgura, because then I got to go back through Novice. But I think I can make one loop. And I loaded up some extra ammo, so that should be all we need. The rockets are for the Spidertrons. Not that we need them on Fulgura or Vulcanus, because we're not going to take on the worms with rockets. We've got a way to do those, what have you. Call me anal retentive, but I'm setting them all up the same way. So we're going to go ahead and send this one off to Fulgura first. And if we go over to Fulgura and we take a look, I've already pre-set up a request. So when it gets here, it's going to drop down one set of everything, and then we do the same thing at Gleba. It's already set up. I'm pretty sure it's the same setup. Let's see. Did I not buy? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then Vulcanus should be the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so that is all set up. Okay, so that's the Berkshire. We're going to send it around. It's just going to get to the places and it's going to drop. Meanwhile, let's talk about Sid. I have been slowly but surely loading Sid up, and I think I have Sid loaded to the gills. This is what's on Sid right now. Sid is bringing us a bunch of concrete, a bunch of heat pipes, and then just some materials that we're going to need down the road. So we're gonna bring Sid over here because we are concreting everything. That'll give us the ability to do so. We're almost to Fulgura, so I'm going to wait and make sure that this works right, so that when we go to the next spot, yep, okay, so there we go. It launched all of it, so now we can send this off to Gleba, and it'll drop it there. Let's go look at Fulgura and make sure it got there. It did. I will go back later and put all of this stuff in the Spidertron and set the Spidertron up Not going to do it on camera. You guys know how to set stuff up. You know, you place it and then you tell it put the stuff in the what you call it. I mean, we can do it the one time, I suppose. Here, let's do it. Let's go put down Spidertron. It'll go get the Spidertron and put it down. And then if we say do the grid and we tell it, okay, we want a reactor and we want 2 sets of legs and we want 2 roboports and we want 2 Mark III batteries, and then we want the rest of it to be those. It's just going to put it in there. It's all set up. We don't have to keep doing it for all of them. And then we can request in this, we will request what is it, 50 bots, and we will request 500 rockets. We don't need the rockets here, but we're going to request them just to get it all loaded up. There we go. Should be 100 each and an extra 500 and an extra 100. Right, so we're just going to do that on all of them. Now, it might be interesting at some point to go down here to Gleba and watch the spiders fight the spiders. That is certainly something we may check out. Come on, almost there. And then we can send you off to Vulcanus. Alright, see, boom, everything is shipped. Yay. And then we can go on our merry way, go to Vulcanus, and let it finish up its little deal. And then we'll send it back to Novice, and then we're going to go ahead and send Sid over to Aquila. And while we're waiting on Sid to get to Aquila, we will start putting down some of the stuff we want to put down. I have an idea that I kind of played around with a little bit off to the side to see if everything would line up, and I think it will, and I think we'll set it all down and get it set up down there. So let's, I don't want to miss this launch. I want to watch it launch all 5 of them. But let's go to Aquila. And we're going to grab, oh, one of the other things I did with Aquila is I decided to, we had the flying suit, we have all these little islands. Nothing is a big continent, but they're all these little islands. And we need lithium for our first sciences. So I went around and I gathered enough lithium to make all the first science packs. So we're gonna melt down lithium. Now, when doing so, I ended up with some of this ice platform stuff because that's just how it works. Okay, we're still a little ways. So that gave me a fair bit of this ice platform stuff. So let's go over here, and this is what I'm going to do. We are going to line up with this outermost island here. And we are going to line up here. I guess that's the outermost island, technically. And we're going to go all the way down to here. Right? And that's going to be our starting point. Now, I know we blocked over the pump. The pump is coming up at some point. Alright. Let's check on this guy. About halfway there. And then, of course, we're going to want to be able to get up and back and forth up to here. So, let us reduce down the size of this, And I think we're going to set it up so that we can come right straight down here for the time being. Right? And that uses up the majority of our ice platform stuff. Now, we're going to be making ice, so we're going to be making a bunch of it, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's go back and check on this guy. We are getting close. Call me silly. I just want to watch it launch, and then I want to send the ship back where it's going. Just because I want to watch. How are we doing on ammo? Oh yeah, we're getting through it with the ammo. Fuel, we burnt through the majority of our fuel, or we burnt through all of our fuel, technically speaking. So it's not as fast as it normally is, but it does make a round trip. And here we go. Should launch soon. Ta-da! It's all gone. Okay. So you go back to Novice. Valley Forge is at Novice because it is periodically loading up supplies to go to Gleba. Right now we're loading up supplies, as a matter of fact. Let's check Gleba Science. We are out of red science. So we are burning through science. We're out of red science right now. So it's good that this is almost ready for another trip. We got to load some blue science and some purple science. Well, the purple science, let's change this purple science to 4. The reason I had it set to 6 was because we needed some extra science we don't need now. So let's knock that off. That'll be ready, and we'll be good to go there. All right, so let's go to Sid. Again, like I say, I'm sending a crap ton of concrete. I'm sending some undergrounds. I'm sending some long-handeds. I'm sending some underground pipes. I'm sending a bunch of heat pipe. I'm going to send some steam turbines, since I've already got the heat exchangers up there, mine as well. I'm sending some more recyclers because we're going to need those. That's part of the ship itself. That's part of the ship itself. We're going to send tungsten carbide, tungsten plate, and holmium plate, superconductor, and carbon fiber, because we're going to need those. So let us get out of here. Let's turn our reactor on. Why is that? Not doing what it should be doing. Could it be because of the fact that we don't? Okay, let's do something here. Maybe we need to make a little bit of room. Oh, because I was trying to grab the wrong thing. There we go. All right, so now our reactor is turned on. Right, and it maintains the heat. It doesn't drop heat like I would have expected it to. So that's weird. All right, so let's send this to Aquilo. There we go, and we are off. And it's going to take a little bit, so let us go back to Aquilo, and let's grab our concrete. And start our working area. I know I had laid all that concrete and I used it all up, but I decided, what the heck, pick it all back up. It turns out that there are a bunch of things that do not need to have concrete under them. So I went through and I picked it all up and gave me enough concrete to be able to do this. So that we can get started on what we need to get started on. Check on our progress. Should start getting into the big asteroids here soon. Now there we are. Now I posted this over on Facebook, and somebody commented that I should not be using explosive rockets, that I should be using just regular rockets. And my philosophy on that, or thought process on that, is this. I've got a platform that is making butt tons of free, essentially free explosives, and the only cost difference between regular rockets and explosive rockets is an extra explosive. But if you watch, you notice how these rockets, they do area of effect damage, so they're actually damaging some of the smaller asteroids, which means the guns don't have to shoot at the smaller asteroids because they're destroyed before they get there. The same thing happens with the larger asteroids. It does area of effect damage and adds damage. So for what it's costing me to add the explosive component, I think it's worth it for me. I don't see any point in not using explosives. And again, it kind of goes back to my philosophy of in Factorio, there are 40,000 ways to do 50,000 things. None of them is right, none of them is wrong, they're just different. Some are more communally accepted as being the proper quote-unquote way of doing it than others are. But at the end of the day, who the hell am I or anybody else to tell someone else how to hobby their hobby, because they're not hobbying their hobby the way I hobby my hobby, and therefore they are hobbying their hobby wrong. I do it my way, you do it your way, and if it makes me happy, then that's what matters. So we are here. So let us, first things first, let us dump down a bunch of this concrete. I do not believe we have as much room down there. Oh, and I'm sending refined concrete too, as we have up here. But I think we'll have plenty of room to store stuff and put stuff down if as needed. Especially if I snag up all the concrete first, and then we worry about everything else. Let's see. And then we'll do heat pipes. And then we'll start on everything else. Oops. We didn't want to send the repair kits down, but we did. But that's okay. We can always use them down here. Go ahead and put this stuff down. We're going to have to pick some of this stuff back up because we're going to need it. But just to get everything out of SID and on the road. So that it's not sitting up here wasting ammo. That should be everything. As soon as these send, all right, let's go down here and so now let's make sure that SID is done sending stuff. SID is done sending stuff. We will send SID back to Fulgora. Be on your way, sir. Best of luck to you. When you get there, I will turn the reactor off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn the reactor off now. I don't think we need it the rest of the time. It's got fuel in it. I think it will be just fine and dandy. All right, so here we are. So now we've got this concrete platform. Now here is my thinking process with regards to what we want to do down here. So my thought process was as follows. If I grab, and let's go over here and get what we need. Figure out where the hell I put it. Okay, I got the chem plants. We're gonna need a bunch of those. We're gonna need these guys. I don't think we need these guys, but we'll grab them. We'll grab a stack of each of these. I don't think we're going to need the shorts. We're going to need the tanks. We're going to need pipes. We're going to need those pipes. We're going to need this. Eventually, we're going to need this. What else? Do we got the recyclers? I've got the recyclers. I've got the chem plants. Okay, there we go. So, what I found, just from a short experiment, was that if I go chem plant, with 2 chem plants, right? I can marry up one and a half, or actually 3, 1.5 to 1. 3 recyclers to 2 chem plants. Okay. Now these are spaced wrong, and they're not in their permanent place, but I can go 3 to 2. All right. So if we go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, extra 1. Chem plant. Right? I can do that like that. And then I can go here, 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 here. Right? So each of these is feeding 1.5 recyclers. That is going to leave me room to run that down there. All right. And then run this down here and this down here. Actually, we only want to go one. Sorry. We want to go one like that, right? Then, if we go here and here, and here and here, that lets me go from here to here, which connects these two, and here to here, which connects these two, and then this is going to connect all of them. Right? Now, this is going to keep this one warm and this one warm. This one is going to keep this one warm and this one warm, plus the inserters. This one will keep this one warm and this one warm. So that will keep all of those warm. The only thing it won't keep warm is my my chem plants. Okay? Now I can go here. I can't go there. And I can't go there. And I can't go there. And I can't go there. All right? But I can do the same thing on the other side, because these are going to be making ammonia. So if we do the ammonia ice split, right? Those are going to be making ammonia. The ammonia is going to come out the pipes. The ice is going to come out and go immediately into a recycler. That's going to cut down the ice that's coming out by 3/4, because you're only going to get 25% of what you put in. So if I'm putting in ice, I'm only getting 25% of the ice out. Immediately, I've reduced my ice considerably. All right? So then on this side, we're going to do essentially the same thing. We're going to go here, and then we're going to go here and here, and we're going to go here. And then we're going to go here to here, here to here, right? And then if we run a heat pipe here, that will keep those two toasty warm, right? And I really only need one, because this gets a diagonal bonus to this one, right? So there it is. And then I just got to come in with my fluid, and then I've got my ice, right? So then if we do the same exact thing essentially on the other side with water, so we go 1, 2, 3, okay, and you know what? Let's do this. Let us, these don't freeze, right? And that puts it immediately right into a chest. We can go pick this up, and it gives us a buffer so that even if we're overproducing, we're not filling up too much. Then we can go here, 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 and here. All right? Yeah, this was what it was. So what we end up with is 2 to that one, 2 to that one, 2 to that one. All right? So that's going to give us our ice in, and then we'll have water out. if we come here, we can go here, and that's going to keep them warm, and that's going to give us ice melting. So now we've got our water, we've got our ice. We just need to bring that in, and then we can take from each of these, if we go here and we go here, no, because we got to come up. We got to have heat, and we've got to connect between them. So I think we want to go here to here, because then we can go here to here. This is where it gets funky, because this one doesn't fit quite right. If we were doing 4 of these, it would be an even thing, but then we wouldn't have the even thing going into those. But that gives us that, right? Then we just got to bring our heat into them. We can't do there. We can do here to those. So that gives that one, and that space. But that doesn't do us any good. Alright, well, we'll just have to do this. Right? Only one that doesn't do is that one there. I say, what if we did this? What if we did that? Right? Then we don't need that. We don't need that. We could just come right here. That's going to do that one, that one, that one. That's going to do that. That's going to do that one, that one, that one, and that's going to do that. That's going to do that and that and that, right? So there we go. Right there is all we need. Right? All I need is my paddle ball game. So that's going to give us water and ammonia and get rid of a large portion of our ice. Okay? So then we need to make ammonia goes in to make solid fuel, and then we need to make rocket fuel. So solid fuel is just ammonia and crude oil. So we'll have to bring our crude oil up, and we'll have to run a hot line down to our crude oil. Okay? And that was ammonia. So ammonia and crude oil is solid fuel. So we got to pick off ammonia. And we got to pick off water to make much gold. And then we need more chem plants. I wonder how many chem plants I have. I hope I sent enough. Or Sid is going to be coming back in record time. Yeah, we got more. We got more. Okay. So now we need to make solid fuel, and we need to make rocket fuel. Now, solid fuel, I think we want to make more than one solid fuel plant at a time. I really do. Right? But the problem we've got is that's both liquids. Solid fuel, there. Wrong one. H. Nope, not H. V. V. But if we did one like that and one like that, if we give them a space, we could come here, right? That would be ammonia. That's going to be that. If we bring that there and that to there, that's going to give that side plenty of heat. We can bring that one down and around and down to wherever. And then this can come down to here. We're going to have to heat this, but that's easy to route that, right? Right. We're going to want that coming into there, that going to wherever the pump is, and then a pump, right? Because that's going to give us that stuff. Oh, we need to keep that one warm too. Fine. Easy enough. Right? And we'll move this closer. I think we'll pick this up and move it closer once we've got it designed. So that's going to give us 2 of them. Now, rocket fuel requires rocket fuel. Why am I blind? There it is. Ammonia rocket fuel requires water, ammonia, and solid fuel. Fudge. All right. If we here, right, and we here, that's going to give us our heat up to there. That's going to keep that one warm. And then this one will go to wherever we need it to go to set up that. Now we just got to get solid fuel out of both of these. How far can we run this sucker? Not far enough. Well, we can do it here. We can do it there. And grab some of those. I didn't think we would be using too many of those, but it looks like we're going to be actually using some. Right? Well, actually, let's do this. Yeah. Because that one will keep that warm. That one will keep that warm. That gets us past it. That gets those warm, etc., etc. All right? So then we need rocket fuel. And rocket fuel has two inputs, correct? Well, two liquid inputs. Rocket fuel. And the tower. Right? And this will keep those warm because it's right next to an output. No. We want to move this one over one more. And we'll bring that to there. That to there. That's going to bring off of that into both of these. We'll have to split this to get to both of those, but that's totally doable. That goes to there, there and there. Oops, wrong pipes. There and there. And there. There. And there. Right? And then we need agua. So agua is here. We want a space between them. That's there. That's there. And then agua will come here. All right, so that'll be water into there and water into there. This will be ammonia into here and ammonia into here. This will be solid fuel into here and here, and then that will be rocket fuel into there and there. Correct? I do believe that is correct. So if we do solid fuel, and we do rocket fuel, Now I'm in the habit, from having been to Gleba, that I am filtering all my crap. And even though we don't need to really filter everything. All right, let's see if we're thought processing here. Gunk comes out of the ocean into here. That's going to give us ammonia and ice. Ammonia is going to come down here and go into here and here. And solid and crude's going to come in here and here. That's going to give us solid. That's going to give us solid fuel, right? Solid fuel is going to come there. Can we? Yeah, no, we can't. We can. What we can do, we can do this. RoboPorts. I wonder if, yeah, we can turn that off. Good. That makes it hard to see. All right, that is rocket fuel. No, because we've got to do it either way. We're gonna do it either way because it's gotta come off of there into two places. Well, yeah, because that's gotta come there. No. No, 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 no. That's got to come to there. We can still back it up one. We can still back it up to there. Alright, we can still back it up to there because that does not have to insert to there. That has to go to there though, because that's going to take off of that, that's going to take off of that, that's going to take off of that. Right? Those are going to be rocket fuel into that. That's going to be to there. That's going to be to there. That one will cover those ones. That one will cover those ones. That one will cover those ones. That'll cover those. That'll cover those. That'll cover those. That's all good to go. Those will be covered by that. We're going to bring one more right there. That'll cover that. That will cover that. That can go away. That can go away. That's covered by that. Actually, I'm pretty sure that those are covered by this little stub out here. We'll find out. Okay, so then that just leaves over here, and we can't put that there because that won't connect, but we can damn sure go like that. That one needs to be covered, so that can go like that. That's covered that. That's covered by that one. That gives us a rocket fuel into there. Right? That's all of that mess. Now we have to power it. Fortunately, we have substations. Just got to make sure we get to everything. That one covers those. That one should cover all of those. And then we just have to decide where we want to run that. I think that was fine. But we can get rid of this because we will run here, to there. Now we still are going to need heat for these and for this and this, but that's simple. I don't like losing all of that. But for now, right, so that'll go there, that'll go there. Pick all of this up. We are done with it. Alright, that should keep all of that warm. Right? That will power that. We just need to get it to the church on time. That gets it there. That gets it there. Right? That should run my power all the way. Yes. Now, all we should need to do is to warm that up. So that's going to make all of that work. But we also need power. So we need water, which is here, right? That is water, right? That is our water. There to there. That's going to keep that warm. That's going to keep all of that warm. That's going to keep that warm, right? Right. And it's going to give us water. So then that's a start. Right, and that should keep all of them warm, correct? So all we got to do is heat this sucker up, and we should be in business. How are we doing on time? Not bad, right at an hour. So now we need our fuel. I don't want to use this all up. And while that's waiting, let's check on our... Okay, so Sid is back where Sid belongs. Everybody else is back where they belong. Valley Forge should be filled up now. Valley Forge is filled up. Valley Forge can go to Gleba. Looks like we're warming up. Starting to warm up. Now it's going to take some time to get over there. I realize that. And what we may at some point do is to do bots and carry fuel to these guys instead of direct insertion. All right, we got our first pump pumping. Oh, the underground's got to have it too, huh? All right, fine. We can fix that. We can fix that. Most rickety-tickety. And does that... Yeah, that's already connected, right? Yeah. Fine. We can fix this most rickety-tickety. Alright, so there's that. That's going to warm that up eventually. Once this gets warm enough, it should start to feed. If it's feeding all the way down here, it ought to be able to feed that direction too. That's just got to go around to do it. But we can help it along by doing that. Oh, it wasn't hooked up there. Okay. Well, we got to help it along anyway then. Let us help it along. Now, is that going to screw us over? That is not going to screw us over. Come on, get the heat out there. It looks like everything else is thawed out. There it goes. All right, so now we should be making decent sums of water that are not going to overflow this, hopefully. I did not ratio this, I just what would fit. We will deal with backups when the time comes. But it looks like we've got enough ammonia now and enough water now that we did not have before. Is this, why is this not? Okay, because that's that. That should be putting into there, right? That's, am I turning the, no, that's the right direction. That's the right direction. Okay, so it is putting it in. Alright, so it is putting it in. So that's going to keep that hot. Now we just need to do this. And then that should start heating up. Come on. Start making me some electric. That's what we need, is we need the electric, because this is going to go down. Now, if you notice, I put out all of the accumulators I had because it was sitting for a while. I knew it would have time to charge it. But now, hopefully, this will start to warm up quick enough now that we will start to make power. So then the other thing we're going to want is I am going to want to, I don't want to put it down right now though, but we're going to want, I don't think, I did not touch her, I didn't. Oh, hi Mark. Okay, so if we put this, then this, then we're going to put this, right? We're not going to run it right now though, so we're going to pick it right back up because we don't have the power to run it right now. And then we put all of that in there. And a lot of that in there. We don't want to get rid of all of it because we are going to need some of it for other processes. But most of it is going to go into making plate. Because lithium itself is used in fluoroketone in its pure form, and then the rest is made into lithium plate. So we need to make some fluoroketone with it, so we don't want to use it all up, but at the same time we want to have an adequate supply. You are not going up very fast. Is it because this is heating so much at this point? What are the specs on these things? Consumes 340, efficiency 250%. output 76 megawatts. But I don't know how much a heat pipe takes to heat up. That's the problem. How much does it take to heat up a heat pump? Or a heat pipe? I guess it doesn't take anything, it just transfers the heat. But I do know the farther away you get, the longer or the harder it is to heat it. So that's my question, is how much am I wasting by sending it down here and stuff? And should I put in another, well, you know what? We can put one right here. Right? Because that will reach. It won't get as much fuel because it's only taking it from one side. But it can certainly help to start to get things warmed up, right? Can we squeeze another one on the other side so that they're equal? I think we could. Because we could move this. Oops, we didn't want to disconnect that. But I think if we did that, maybe we'd have to go back one more. No, that's not going to reach it. Fudgicles. That will, though. That will, though. Right? Because that will reach that. And then that'll reach there. So that's just not gonna, this is not gonna make as quick. Oh wait, that's taking it out of there though, isn't it? Will it take it out of there? No, it won't take it out of here. Fergalnurkle. Alright, well, it was a thought. It was a shitty thought, clearly, but it was a thought nonetheless. I was hoping we could take out of that, out of this and put it into that, but that is not that. That is that. But what we can do is this. We can put this thing in here temporarily. Feed it fuel. Feed these guys fuel. Get everything heated up. And then we can take that out of there, right? Yeah. I need to spend the Spidertron up here to kill you guys. I did a Spidertron on Novice as well, by the way. Not just the ones that I dropped on the other planets. I did one on Novice as well. Alright, so now this is heating up. Once that gets up to 500 and that's running, we might be able to take this away and keep it running, as long as we manage our power. We're just using this as the extra heat to get it up to temperature. And I mean, really, we could, if we really wanted to give it a boost, now it's really coming up a little faster. And then we can get rid of these once we get it up to temp. All right, we're at an hour and 11 minutes. I just want to get power going, and then we'll call it a video. $50. How is this doing? 450. For 60. 70. 80. 90. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. There we go. Now we're making. Now can we get rid of these two? Will this maintain? Yes, it's still going up. So these two will maintain our power requirement. And this is charging. Please go up. 1.5. If it goes to 1.5, I know we're charging. We should be charging. Up 1.5. All right, guys. There we go. Because as soon as those accumulators are completely charged, our power demand is going to go down, which means our fuel costs ought to go down too. Right? So then these ought to maintain that just hunky-dory. All right. So there we go. We got it started, and we're getting enough fuel now that we're dealing with it. We just have to recycle all this ice to nothing, and we have to figure out a way to get rid of the rest of the ice that's going to come into here. But we've cut down considerably on the amount of ice that we would have if we were running all four of these together. And really, we can take this, flip it over, and add to it and make more power. Now that we've got the concept worked out and we've got it running, we could just copy and paste this flipped up here. We just have to build up, and then we have to run up the rest of our crude oil. And that's going to give us a crap ton of power and a crap ton of heat that we won't be using. Now this, I would like to be making more to fill this, but because we're robbing Peter to pay Paul here, but I think we're okay. I think if this runs occasionally just to maintain the power, I think we're going to be fine. All right, guys, there it is. We got power, we got heat, and this is going to be more permanent than the last one. And now we got a whole bunch of concrete here. I think we may end up having to. Ooh, are these? You know what? Those are good chem plants. Let's put the good chem plants in. We may have to we may have to send some more really good chem plants at some point. This one will run faster than the other two, or than the other three. but it's not going to overbalance everything. These ones are the ones that's really going to be nice to be able to have them running like mad, as these two. And I do have production modules and speed modules that we could throw in here to make these go faster, because this doesn't seem to be an issue. So if we threw a production module in and 2 speed modules in and a production module in and 2 speed modules in, will that get us more? It'll get us a little bit more, right? Productivity 26%, crafting speed plus 50%. Yeah, so that'll give us a little bit more. All right, guys. I will see you in the next one, and we'll go from there. Meanwhile, let me put this down and get this started, because we want to start baking our lithium. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.